This is Elizabeth from Team Express Scripts.
Hello, my name's David Dreyer, Executive Director, Pedal the Cause.
Hi, we are the SEO Regulators.
Hi, my name is Katie.
Hello, my name is Lou Badami from St. Louis.
Hi, I'm Catherine.
And I'm Whitney, and we're from St. Louis Children's Hospital Foundation.
Hi, I'm Rich Lightweight with BJC Healthcare.
This is our 8th year.
My first official year.
Gynonc Teal and Wheels has been part of Pedal the Cause for 7 years as a hospital team.
And I've been in it from day one.
This is my 10th year riding in Pedal the Cause. Woo!
This is my first ride with Pedal.
This will be my 3rd year.
This will be my 5th year riding in Pedal the Cause.
Since the beginning.
This is going on my 7th year.
I love the community aspect of it.
The people that it's for.
I love the camaraderie.
It's a safe, healthy way for people to support a world without cancer.
All the dollars go to research here locally in St. Louis.
Everybody is focused on a cause.
I love Pedal because their mission is to have a world without cancer.
It's a family of people that are there to try to make a difference.
And it's just a really cool way to do something I love to raise money for people that I love.
I love each year I find something that inspires me even more. Workout.
Being at Pedal is like being with my family.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Good evening, Pedal family, and welcome to the 2021 Inspirational Program. I'm Jen Myers from Y98. I'm also a stage 4 breast cancer survivor, and it's been such a pleasure to once again host this annual celebration of our Pedal family. Tonight's show is made possible by the generous support of Express Scripts, a longtime supporter of Pedal the Cause and an incredible community leader. Tonight we'll be seeing some familiar faces and some new. We'll get to know this year's inspiring feature fighters and shine a spotlight on some incredible members of the Pedal family. But I would love to start off the evening by saying thank you. Through uncertainty and challenges, this community holds strong. And once again, you have shown up and enthusiastically and generously demonstrated your commitment to creating a world without cancer. It was such a joy to see some of you this morning out on the road. Some of you really motivated me as I was having trouble getting up those big hills. Thank you for that. Also, it was great to see you toasting to a job well done in Ride Village. I know I'm not alone in how much I've missed this event and missed sharing those special Pedal moments with all of you. One of the most special things about Pedal and Pedal Weekend is sharing our stories and hearing from others who understand the impact cancer can have on a person's life. And we know the impact extends beyond each individual to their family, their friends, and their community. Cindy Smith knows this truth all too well, having courageously faced 2 battles with cancer, first as a parent and recently as a patient. She's championed the fight for cancer research with an unstoppable passion, and we're honored to start our program by sharing her story with you tonight.
Claire was diagnosed with cancer, adrenal cancer, in January 2011. She had just turned 13 years old in December. No parent should ever be told your child has cancer. Your whole world stops when you hear the word oncology with your kid. Her cancer was very rare, adrenal cortical carcinoma. It happens in about 1 in a million children. She underwent 9 months of chemo. She was taking pills every day, 4 times a day, sometimes up to 64 pills a day. It's so hard as a parent to watch your child suffer. You do anything to trade places with them. Her spirit and her vitality didn't change. She had been a competitive dancer before, and she continued to compete. She decided early on and told me that she was going to always be positive. She was always going to know that she was going to defeat the cancer, that she's going to win her battle. And she just saw it as a challenge to overcome. The doctors said, well, maybe 6 months. And so in Claire's mind, she had 6 months. In reality, we lost her 2 weeks later. Going from vitality to losing your daughter in a matter of like 3 weeks, it was devastating.
We
We're Team Claire because we love Claire.
After Claire passed away, I think I started carrying her torch for Pedal the Cause. She was just really contagious in her enthusiasm about why we need to get research funded because we have to find a cure for cancer. The Pedal family just embraced Claire totally, and I embraced the Pedal family. It just became part of my healing, to be honest with you. They more than graciously started the Claire Blaze Spirit Award, which is given out every year to a young rider that has Claire's personality or Claire's character traits. Claire had more problems with the side effects of chemotherapy than she did with cancer. Now we have immunotherapy funded by Pedal the Cause. We have research projects that are finding new ways to find cancer, new ways to use your own body's defenses to treat cancer. That's because of Pedal the Cause. In August of 2019, I felt a lump in my neck, and the doctor told me that I not only had lymphoma, as I had suspected, but I also had leukemia. There was no doubt in my mind that I was going to be using Siteman. I also have the angel, and I'm sure that it's pulling strings up there to help keep me healthy. I feel like I'm in the best hands possible.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Tim Eberlein, Director of Siteman Cancer Center. This is a really important evening as we celebrate Pedal the Cause and realize that the funds that you have raised over the years have made it possible for us to support 175 individual, unique, and innovative research projects. And those research projects have led to over $200 million of research funding from the National Cancer Institute and other peer-reviewed organizations. This year, I'm really pleased to announce that we have gone to the next level. We have now established a Pedal the Cause investigator. It'll be the opportunity for us to recruit to Siteman Cancer Center world-class investigators who will be supported by the funds that you raise. This is an incredible year, and together we can make a difference. We can raise money, we can pedal together. Together, we can ride. Together, we will cure cancer.
Good evening and welcome. As a Pedal-funded researcher, Pedal the Cause board member, and a participant, I've witnessed firsthand the impact of the progress we've made together as a community. With each project that's been funded, we've taken meaningful steps toward improving treatment and finding cures. This year, we take a giant step forward, appointing the first ever Pedal the Cause cancer researcher at the Siteman Cancer Center. It's an absolute honor to introduce you to an incredible researcher and one of the newest members of the Pedal the Cause and Siteman family, Dr. Priyanka Verma.
I would like to first begin by being so grateful beyond words to have this opportunity and to be named as the first Pedal the Cause Siteman cancer researcher. I'm really excited about it. And thank you for having me here.
We're amazed to have you here. And as someone who really feels like his career in the research side of things was launched by Pedal the Cause, it's unbelievably exciting to have you as the first Siteman Cancer Center and Pedal the Cause researcher.
Thank you.
If I was sort of a layperson and tell us a little bit about the focus of your area of research and what you hope to do as the first inaugural researcher through Pedal the Cause.
Yeah, so I work on something called as DNA damage responses. So all of us have DNA in our body. and it often gets damaged. So we go in sunlight, it gets damaged, cigarette smoke, it gets damaged. And every kind of damage can predispose us to cancers. So cells have an inherent capacity of repairing it, but there are individuals who are born with mutations or have deficiency in ability to repair it. And that's why they develop cancer. So I'm highly interested in developing therapeutic avenues for cancers that are associated with DNA damage responses. And so BRCA mutation is one classic example. Angelina Jolie, for example, she has a BRCA mutation. So these individuals are born with mutations, and by age of 23 to 25, they start developing breast and ovarian cancer. And it has been really challenging to address those cancer types. And PARP inhibitors have been recent. It was a discovery that was actually made in a basic science lab. And PARP inhibitors were discovered to have a therapeutic implication on BRCA mutant cancers. But one of the major challenges that was that the patients develop resistance. So they respond to the therapy and eventually they become resistant to the therapy. And so my research was like, can we address this clinical limitation of PARP inhibitor resistance? And so I was very fortunate to work with Dr. Jinwei Shi, who is a pioneer in CRISPR technology. So the CRISPR technology is like an advanced genetic screening platform by which you can delete a gene, overexpress a gene, and find how it's impacting a cancer phenotype or an outcome. So we basically performed this CRISPR screen, and we were able to identify a very unique target that was able to super sensitize these BRCA mutant cancer cells to PARP inhibitor. So the idea is you kill the cancer cell much before the resistance emerges.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think the really neat thing about that is it takes some really cutting edge technologies and really personalizes it to just make cancer treatments and therapies potentially even more precise, more personalized.
Yeah.
Obviously, with your background and incredible success, there were a lot of places you could have come for a job, and we're unbelievably lucky to have you here. Tell me about some of the things at Siteman Cancer Center and Washington University that really excite you, and facilities and resources that you'll be using.
Yeah. So even before interviewing here, I knew about like Washington Medical School, Siteman Cancer Center, how impactful and innovative research is being pursued here. And then the world-class cancer genomics platform that's available at Siteman Cancer Center was like really attractive to me. One of the other things that was really important is the efforts of Siteman Cancer Center in developing the Center of Genomic Integrity. So that's very related to DNA damage responses that I study.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, you will hear the term the Siteman family and the Peddle the Cause family a lot, and it's not just a word. It's truly a theme. People love to work together. People's doors are always open, and it's just led to incredible collaborative research. I'd also be remiss if I didn't ask you. This is for Peddle the Cause. We're talking about a biking event. What do you own a bike? How do you look forward to participating in Peddle the Cause?
Yeah, so I like spinning actually a lot. And so I'm like really excited. I volunteered for the spinning thing, and I'm like really looking forward to it. Like I volunteered for like, I think 10 miles, which I hope I can achieve. Because of the COVID, I have not been an active spinner, but I'm really looking forward to the event.
Well, maybe what we'll do is we'll get you a spinning bike right between Dr. DiPerzio and Dr. Eberlein, and you can push them to their limits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be exciting, as long as, that should be great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about what else you enjoy outside of the hospital and medical center.
Yeah, one thing that was told to me during my interview as St. Louis has really good food to offer. So I'm really looking forward to trying different cuisines and everything. And besides, I'm like a museum lover, and I heard about the Great Art Museum and the incoming Van Gogh exhibition, the History Museum. And obviously, I would be failing if I don't mention about Forest Park, which I'm so looking forward to explore. So I think St. Louis has a lot to offer, and I'm so looking forward to exploring these places.
Well, we are unbelievably lucky and fortunate to have you as part of the Siteman family, the WashU family, and the greater St. Louis community. And we really look forward to incredible things and working together.
No, thank you so much for having me. And I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity. And I look forward to working with Peddle the Cause and Siteman Cancer Center.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
We are so fortunate to have yet another incredibly talented and passionate researcher here in St. Louis. We're thrilled to welcome Dr. Verma to the Peddle family. The advancements made at Siteman Cancer Center and Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital have a very real and direct impact on the lives of patients and their families. This research means more effective treatments for fighters like 13-year-old Natalie, who will meet in a moment, a Claire Blaze Award winner Ride for a Child participant and top fundraiser, Natalie is simply remarkable in her determination and her spirit.
I live in Monroe City, Missouri, pretty small town. I go to a small school, but it's a really good school. I did have a bike wreck. I landed on my hand. We thought it was just nerve damage.
We noticed she started having some changes in her gait, the way she was walking. It was November 9th, 2015, when we got the results of the MRI showing that she had the brain tumor.
They kind of gave us two options of doing chemotherapy at that point or doing MRI-guided laser ablation.
With the procedure, they were able to kill or neutralize over 90% of the tumor with just that procedure.
I think our nurse practitioner actually told us about Pedal the Cause because she actually had another patient that does Pedal the Cause, and ever since I've joined that, I've really loved it.
When people in our community found out that they were actually instrumental in getting the procedure that she had, pretty much everyone in our community just decided, hey, let's help this girl reach her goals and shatter the goals that she had set. And they've been that way for the last 3 years that we've been raising money for Pedal the Cause.
Her grandma and my mom, they decided they would make pot holders.
We think we wouldn't make that much money. We made over $6,000.
You probably ought to say that you have the best team, Bartlett's Bikers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go Bartlett Bikers.
It's so great to see young riders like Natalie having an impact. Natalie has already exceeded her goal to make yellow jersey this year. Congratulations, Natalie. Natalie and her family have participated in Pedal the Cause Ride for a Child program since 2019. This program, made possible by Clayco, fosters some amazing partnerships, connecting kids battling with cancer and their families with a select group of corporate teams. Earlier this month, Ride for a Child kids and their families, Kids Challenge participants, and team members from St. Louis Children's Hospital all gathered for a celebratory car parade, complete with costumes, lots of cheering, and of course, cowbells.
Some of the treatment and care for children and families who are battling cancer at St. Louis Children's is among the best in the nation. Part of what makes it the best is that research piece. Those things don't happen without events like Pedal the Cause and without the supporters who are here today and will be there at the main event in 2 weeks and riding virtually.
Clayco's been involved since Ride for a Child since its inception. We are happy to be involved. We love what this program's all about, and we really love these kids. We're building healthcare facilities, research facilities, and a lot of that is going to cure and fight cancer. And some of these projects we do is actually funded by Pedal the Cause. So it's really cool to see all this happen full circle, and we just all get behind it, and our team cannot wait to participate this year.
You couldn't be more proud of the work that gets done and the fighting spirit of these families. It's really special.
It's kind of like meaning that you're trying to beat the disease and not let it take over you. We had a lot of things that were pretty hard, but I still got through it all. Woohoo!
We love it. I think we love seeing people that were part of her care and just everybody that cares so much. And it's such an important cause that we're happy to be here and
happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely.
These events are critical, and in some cases, funds from Pedal the Cause have contributed to specific, important advancements in the research, treatment, and care of kids who are battling pediatric cancer.
going to do fun things to support her and show her that she's got a lot of support out there.
This Ride for a Child program means so much to us. I mean, obviously everybody that goes through battling cancer, it's hard on them, but especially these kids. We just love being able to support them and to love on them and to love on their families and to just root them on. They are such an inspiration to us.
It's really cool to see not only the kids participating in an event like this, but the people who rally around them. And I think that's what makes this event really, really special. And for us, who get to see these kids in an entirely different setting, this is the fun part, and this is why we do what we do. It's for days like this one. I feel like my day is made.
The very first year Pedal was on was his anniversary. And I went and rode 60 miles, hadn't been on a bike in 20 years, and we've been hooked ever since.
I first got involved through merits.
Through work, so I work at JP Morgan Chase.
I got involved because of Edward Jones.
At Hastings Chevette Architects, so architects that ride bikes.
They got me involved.
Yeah, I got involved from my dad.
August 30th, 2013, my wife was diagnosed with cancer, and I signed up for Pedal the Cause the next day.
I got recruited from the beginning by Bill and Amy Coleman.
Terry did this.
We are riding for family members and friends who we know that have been affected by cancer.
I started riding Pedal the Cause 3 years ago to honor my best friend Janet.
This year especially, we are riding in memory of my coworker Holly.
The reason that Pedal the Cause means so much to me is because my dad died of cancer 10 years ago.
I ride for people in my family and people that I know that are close friends.
For all of our patients here at Siteman, all of our families and friends that have gone through cancer, and our teammate John.
Right now I'm riding for my sister. She's fighting brain cancer.
Unfortunately, I've chosen somebody different than I've been affected by cancer every year, and I've had a different person to choose every year.
Ride specifically for our daughter, Victoria Dreyer.
Yeah, I ride for all my patients.
I was diagnosed in May with early stage breast cancer. I had my mastectomy 3 weeks ago. So this is my first time on a road bike today since my mastectomy.
I ride in memory of my grandfather who I never met.
Good evening, Pedal family. As Director of Development with Pedal the Cause, I have the honor of working with our many wonderful corporate partners throughout the year. It's no exaggeration to say that without their support, Pedal the Cause would simply not be possible. Not only do they sustain our mission through sponsorship, their commitment to creating a world without cancer is demonstrated in their robust teams and fundraising efforts.
As that last video highlights, so many members of the Pedal family first got involved through corporate teams. I count myself as one of them. Having created Bank of America Merrill's team in 2018, just before joining Pedal the Cause's board of directors in 2019.
These dedicated corporate teams represent a huge percentage of the funds raised each and every year for cancer research. Many teams also go the extra mile by participating in our Ride for a Child program, supporting children who've received a cancer diagnosis as well as their families.
I hope you'll join me in thanking Edward Jones, True Refrigeration, the Centene Charitable Foundation, Clayco, Keeley Cares, and the many, many others who support our cause. It's through these partnerships that we maintain our 100% model.
As an organization and as the Pedal family, we're so proud that each and every dollar raised through this event directly supports local cancer research at Siteman Cancer Center and Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. We thank our sponsors for their exemplary leadership in making this admirable investment in our local community.
Thank you for making a real difference in the fight against cancer.
Thank you.
Hi there. I'm Trish Lalo, and as president of St. Louis Children's Hospital, I have had the pleasure of participating in Pedal the Cause from the very beginning. For the past several years, I am proud to have been a team captain, which allows me to take a more front and center role with this vital event. Over the years, I've witnessed firsthand the critical need for transformative discoveries in pediatric cancer treatment and the tremendous progress our physician scientists have made with the help of Pedal the Cause. The impact of years of research come to fruition every day at St. Louis Children's. Our patients and their families are better served because of groundbreaking discoveries made right here. We have helped alter the landscape when children have to fight these courageous battles with pediatric cancer. For our smallest patients, like Eleanor, who you will meet in a moment, we are changing the trajectories of their lives forever. At just 18 months old, Eleanor was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia. Her spirit and spunk throughout her treatment are nothing short of inspiring. St. Louis Children's Hospital is proud to ride in honor of this year's Pedal the Cause patient ambassador, Eleanor, and we share her journey with you tonight.
You're doing a great job pushing.
Eleanor is the biggest ball of fire in the smallest little body there is. She's tons of fun, lots of attitude and sass.
Eleanor, let me see that scary face. She's funny. It's just so cute when she's laughing.
When Eleanor was born, she had a birth diagnosis of Down syndrome, and along with that came a diagnosis of TMD, which put her at a higher risk for leukemia.
This summer, we just kind of knew like something was off a little bit, and then, you know, obviously it ended up being leukemia.
Eleanor is a delightful little girl. She is facing a life-threatening diagnosis. We use a combination of different chemotherapy drugs in her case. So she'll get 6 cycles of the chemotherapy. Each one lasts about a month, and she has to stay in the hospital for the entire month because her immune system takes such a hit.
They do get a little harder on her with like the nausea, vomiting, and pain, but she's a trooper, and she'll be like sick one second, the next she's like dancing the cocoa melons.
1, 2.
The funds from Pedal the Cause have really supported these bold kind of ideas that will definitely transform the research in cancer and hopefully transform the treatments that we can provide to our children with cancer.
These are really important, potentially paradigm-shifting treatments. This is a field where there is a huge room for it to grow scientifically, and there's still a huge potential for us to do better.
Grab it.
We were very excited whenever we were asked if Eleanor could be the ambassador for Pedal the Cause. It's just very cool to have her be the spokesperson and the face for such an important cause.
Every time that a person is diagnosed with cancer, particularly a child, the impact is not just in that person. It's a family impact, it's a neighborhood impact, it's a society impact. And this is the way that we have to get all together and say, hey, you know, we are here for you. We're gonna help you.
It's a big deal to see people step up and the community help out, and it feels really good and really rewarding.
I'm super excited. I think that the Pedal the Cause this year is going to have different options for people. We have the ability to do it in person. We will have the ability to do standing bikes. We will have the ability to do it virtually where people can do different activities. So I really encourage people to sign up because this is going to be a true community event.
I'm signed up to do 30.
I'm signed up to do the metric century.
Gravel grinder.
I'm going to do spinning.
The big hitter.
Yep.
Sunday.
Time to do a century.
I'm signed up to volunteer both days, all day, get up and crack it dawn.
Great. We're great at training. Where did my drink go? Who's got my drink?
Oh, we're still dusting off our bikes.
Sporadic at best.
Training, and we don't need to talk about training.
Mine's Betsy. And I call this the Beast.
The cancer curing bikes.
This is Amara.
It's the Cannonball Express.
I'm the Silver Streak, my bike's name. It's brand new, so I have no idea.
Favorite post-ride meal is definitely sugar.
Some barbecue beef.
Pasta and pizza.
Pizza.
I would say probably scotch.
Does beer count?
The closest food station to the finish line.
Boxes blue, red, and gray.
Team Edward Jones.
Powered by Hope.
Team Heads Up.
Merit Spec Peddlers.
I'm on Team Aerotech. Team Stiefel. Potter Peloton.
The Road Rascals.
I'm on Team Edward Jones.
I think I'm going to join Dr. Eberline and have some scotch. That sounds like a good idea, right? One of my favorite things about Pedal is how it brings so many different people together. We have teams made up of patients and researchers, family and colleagues. The list goes on and on. For some of us, Pedal is the reason we own a bike. I met someone today who actually just bought a helmet yesterday, while others, like Dr. William Gillanders, can be found out on the road every single day. As an avid cyclist, Pedal-funded researcher, top fundraiser, and team captain of Biking to Beat Breast Cancer, Dr. Gillanders has been a passionate supporter of Pedal the Cause since the beginning.
Pedal the Cause has supported my research at multiple levels. I was one of the first awardees, 12 years ago, and really that did pave the way for a lot of the research that we have done since then. My area of clinical interest is in breast cancer and endocrine disease, so I'm a surgical oncologist, and then I'm also a physician scientist, and I'm interested in breast cancer immunotherapy and the development of breast cancer vaccines for the treatment of breast cancer. The preliminary data that we were able to generate with that first award kind of was the seed that allowed us to get funding to do our first phase 1 clinical trial. The results were very promising, and now we're moving into phase 2 trials. Pedal the Cause is so important. Taking that great idea and getting it the first steps of the way so it can make it to the patient. Being treated for cancer can be terrible sometimes. The cancer vaccines really are kind of unique. They can have an impact with really minimal side effects. So maintaining the quality of life, but improving cure rates, that's the vision and the goal and why we're so passionate about them. So I'm the captain of the Biking to Beat breast cancer team. I'm an avid cyclist, so it's kind of like a natural to want to participate in an event like this. But one thing that I've learned is that it's not really a biking event. It's an event to support cancer research. Most of the people who are participating are not avid cyclists, and they're inspired to kind of get out on a beautiful day and ride a little bit and raise some money for a great cause.
This evening, we have seen some powerful stories of hope and examples of the progress made possible by you, the Pedal family. By making the decision to ride, to donate, or to volunteer in Pedal the Cause, you are adding to the amazing momentum started more than a decade ago. Pedal the Cause began as an idea, a bold and hopeful idea. Paired with the courage, vision, and generosity of Bill and Amy Komen, this idea thrives today as an incredibly real community and a driving force in advancing innovative, life-saving cancer research. In my humble opinion, there's nothing more admirable than what Bill and Amy have achieved. In simple terms, they have dedicated their lives to helping others. More impressively, they have focused their efforts on truly effective solutions, uniting and empowering all of us whose lives have been touched by cancer. Tonight, we are honored to recognize Bill and Amy Komen with the inaugural Pedal the Cause Founders Award.
Pedal the Cause has fueled the research at Siteman Cancer Center and Siteman Kids for the past 12 years. What Bill and Amy have established with Pedal the Cause is a community, and for that, we will be eternally grateful.
Bill and Amy Komen are true visionaries, community leaders, and tireless volunteers. They have done this through incredible hard work, dedication, determination, persistence, and they have made an incredible impact in both St. Louis and San Diego. Their work started a movement.
There's no words to express my incredible gratitude for your generosity and support of my lymphoma research career on so many levels. You guys set the bar for paying it forward and have given me the inspiration and courage to suggest philanthropy to so many of my patients who ask how they can help. Your vision to establish Pedal the Cause has been transformative for Siteman, for the St. Louis cancer community, and for me personally. Thank you so much for all you've done.
Bill and Amy and the Komen family, thank you for offering hope, and thank you on a personal level for your friendship. Congratulations.
It has been so inspiring to watch Pedal grow each year. There's so much behind the scenes work that you both do to make the event so special and personal to everyone involved.
Hi Mom and Dad, I just want to say congratulations on receiving this amazing award. It has been truly inspiring to be along for the ride throughout the entire Pedal journey. Congrats Mom and Dad.
Dad going through cancer was rough the first time, rough the second time, and Mom being there for him. Although I was young, I do remember all the long nights, all the worried nights, and having 3 girls to take care of. It's just absolutely incredible that you guys were able to get so many people to rally behind you. Congrats.
Cancer didn't know who they were messing with when they messed with Bill Komen. We are already hundreds of millions of dollars towards this goal of curing cancer. And this movement lives in St. Louis through all of you. Bill and Amy Komen, thank you for making a difference. We are really appreciative of all of your efforts.
Thank you. Bill, Amy, 12 years ago, you launched a vision of a world without cancer, and you launched that vision here in St. Louis in support of Siteman and Siteman's Kids, and you enabled that through this ride called Pedal the Cause. That bike ride has raised $33 million directly in St. Louis by riders. Through a network of fundraising efforts and grants, we've added another $220 or so million to that. So collectively, your vision has raised $250 million, $250 million, to help us in a world without cancer, starting here in St. Louis. That $250 million has enabled 174 different innovative research projects and clinical trials, changing the lives of millions of people, saving thousands of lives. It's remarkable work that you've done through not just your vision, but your work too. That inspiration has come through your tireless and thankless efforts to raise money for Petal and to raise money for Sightman and Children's. We cannot thank you enough, and I know this award, we know this award isn't significant enough for all that you've done, but take it as a tribute to all your efforts. And it is our honor to present you with the very first, the inaugural Founders Award for Petal the Cause. Thank you both very, very much.
Thank you. Thanks. Bill and Amy, it gives me great pleasure to present you with the award in recognition of your vision, leadership, and action, which has enabled innovative cancer research and fostered transformative change in the lives of those facing a cancer diagnosis. Congratulations and thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, David.
You what? You bet.
Well, I think on behalf of Amy and myself, it's been quite a journey. We started this out 12 or 13 years ago after I went through my treatments at Sightman. And after getting that type of world-class care and getting to the other side, Amy and I decided what could we do? How could we give back? And with that, we came up with a couple of different ideas. We knew that the normal galas were in full swing, and we came and helped the foundation with creating Illumination. And after that, we did a little research around the country, and we found that some of the most prolific fundraising events were biking events. So we went out and we investigated a couple of these events around the country. We decided, why can't this work here in St. Louis? We've got a great community. It's very philanthropic. It's very giving. What we didn't count on was, back then, 12 years ago, is that nobody owned a bike. So after talking to my partner and the head, team leader into this, we started hitting all of our contacts up. We probably had 600 or 700 people the first year. I think at least half didn't have a bike, and half probably rented, bought a bike, whatever on that front. And we thought the other part of the model that was really important was to make sure that it was 100% underwritten, so that every dollar raised on the behalf of a rider or a participant would go towards cancer research. So with that model, we went out, we solicited a lot of friends and families, and we started working with corporate support. We were lucky enough to get Edward Jones to step up as a lead sponsor, and that was great. We also thought it was very important to take in both sides of the house. So both BJC Sightman's and Sightman's kids or children's were an important part of the mix. Over that period, obviously Petal has grown, and we are extremely proud of what it's become. We didn't have any doubt that it would grow. We didn't know how much we would raise, but we all know that if we got together, we could make a pretty big impact. So, and with that, we had some great leadership, both on the community and the philanthropic side for corporate individuals. We've had two great executive directors, Jay and Davino. Somehow I talked him into leaving the private sector for this really high-paying job as executive director for Petal. And he's found a great person to step in for him after 10 years with David Dreyer. So we're really excited about not just where we've been, but where we're going. And we're pretty sure with the St. Louis community in tow that we can make this event even bigger and more impactful in the future. We're really excited about the possibility. And we're also proud about all the physicians, doctors, and nurses and how they spend every day trying to make a difference. I think they've been a great steward of all the resources that they receive from us and from others. And we look forward to seeing both cures, and different treatments and preventions happening right here in St. Louis. So David and Brian, we are honored to be the first recipient of the Founders Award, and we look forward to everybody pedaling with us both this weekend and in the future to raise lots of money, to make a big impact, and to help form a world without cancer. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think one thing that I would like to add is that People rallied around us during a hard time, and we created Bill's Angels for my team in particular. And just seeing all the other families over the years that have had the support and been able to just have a day that's all about them. So seeing that transpire into thousands of people being out there is really special.
So once again, thanks from both of us, and we look forward to seeing all of you on the road and to a World Without Cancer.
Hope for a cure for cancer.
Sunday mornings with my dad, riding our bikes.
Live for a bigger cause.
It's given me this community to be able to talk about everything that cancer has brought into our lives, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Appreciation.
Fulfilling.
Inspiration.
Phenomenal.
Hope. Audacious.
Camaraderie.
Energizing.
Love.
Inspiring.
Momentum.
Fantastic.
Fun.
I just wanted to thank the Petal staff for all the last year and a half, 2 years of really difficult time.
So thank you to Express Scripts for always sponsoring and supporting Petal the Cause.
Thank you, Petal family.
We love you.
Obviously, thank you to the researchers at Siteman and Children's.
All of our patients.
I just want to say a big shout out to all my donors. I couldn't have been Yellow Jersey without you for 9 years. So you've made a huge impact on Petal plus my life.
Thank you to all of the volunteers and companies that sponsor this to put it on.
All of the people who donated to my fundraiser. I actually hit King of the Mountain at over $5,000, and that's just from people who just wanted to love me and support me. So thank you.
Petal the Cause wouldn't exist without everybody who supported it. So it is what it is because of the community that supports it.
Thank you!
P.T.
Cheers! Happy ride!
Happy ride!
Happy ride!
Thank you all. You know, cancer has touched all of our lives in some way, but there is so much hope in the research happening here in St. Louis. That hope is embodied in feature fighter Sandy Essner. Determined and focused, Sandy has fought fiercely to raise awareness and funding for cancer research in the midst of her own challenging fight. Her enthusiasm is contagious, her spirit is nothing short of inspiring, and it's an honor to share her story now with you.
Petal the Cause is an organization that was started by the Comans to address the great need to raise money for trials at Siteman for Cancer Research. I was stage 4 at diagnosis, and it was in my lungs. I wouldn't want anybody to hear what I heard, and what I heard was, I'm sorry, you have stage 4 ovarian cancer. I can't cure you, but I can keep you alive as long as you respond to chemotherapy and that you're willing. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to hear in my life, because up until that point, I was healthy, running, biking. As my doctor promised 5 years ago, I just hit my anniversary, my 5-year anniversary. She promised me that she would keep me alive as long as she could, but there's no cure. And so for the past year and a half, I've been on constant chemo now. During this time, every year, when Petal comes around, I'm just so excited. I'm excited to raise money for Petal, for Siteman. It's really busied my mind and given me a goal other than staying alive. So for me, Petal is hope. Most likely, I will die before I want to. This is the most important thing that I can do, really as a legacy to myself, but also as a gift to everybody, what little I can do, because I'm doing very little. But what's very little is very large. You know, there's just no cure. And so that is hard, and I just keep saying, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this because we have to keep doing this. Everybody wants to cure cancer. I don't think there's anybody in the world that doesn't want to cure cancer. It is an investment worldwide, impacting treatment worldwide. What it yields for the researchers, well, it's priceless. I won't get to ride this year. My body wants to ride, my heart wants to ride, but my soul wants to cure cancer, and my victory will be measured by the amount of money I raised. So I want to be victorious this year, and I want to raise as much money as possible. I don't know if I'm going to be here next year, and that's the reality. This year's huge for me.
I know that Sandy said what she has done is just a little, but as you saw there, she's raised over $30,000. I'm happy to announce that she's actually raised over $50,000 this year for Pedal the Cause, bringing her lifetime total to over $100,000. There's no question that Sandy has had a significant impact in the fight against cancer, not just through her impressive fundraising, but in the way she's energized and empowered so many others to join her in the fight. I don't know how you couldn't be inspired after watching her just speak. So many things can change when you're diagnosed with cancer. As a cancer survivor, it's impossible not to start thinking differently about your future and how you want to spend your time. And standing alongside all of you to raise awareness and funding for cancer research is such a gift and a privilege. I hope that next year we can be together in person for this program, but for now, I invite you to join me in sending support and encouragement from wherever you are to the incredible fighters in our Pedal family, our living proof.
I'm a one-way motorway. I'm the road that drives away, follows you back home. I'm a street light shining. I'm a wild light blinding bright, burning off and on. Oh, it's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky to hang the stars upon tonight. I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away and leave it all behind? It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. these, time and time again. It's time like these you learn to live again. It's time like these you give and give again. It's time like these you learn to love again. It's time like these, time and time again.
Thanks to Queens Boulevard for their great performance of Foo Fighters' Times Like These. And thank you, Pedal family. The miles you ride, the dollars you raise, the gifts you add to this year's fundraising total, they mean more than words can say. Thank you for being part of the incredible progress happening here in St. Louis and for making the future brighter for all those who face a cancer diagnosis. As of tonight, we've brought in more than $3 million and counting for groundbreaking research at Siteman Cancer Center and Siteman Kids at St. Louis Children's Hospital. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's going to be another beautiful day out on the road tomorrow. We'll see you there.